We only had 3 weeks to complete this E-2 Singapore extension case. Normally, we look at this case, we'll say, do it next year. The company, the restaurant is already near shutting down. You need time to build it up. If you go out now, you would probably get denied. The client said, I know, that's what my prior E-2 attorney told me to do. That's what every other attorney is telling me to do, but I believe you can do it differently.
This is our most desperate hour. Help me, Obi.
Tsang and Associates.
You're my only hope.
My kid is representing her home country to compete at the national level. If I don't go, I will feel regret for the rest of my life. I know it's only 3 weeks. Can we please do it? This is how we did it. Hi everyone, my name is Joseph. I'm the managing partner here at Tsang and Associates, where we solve legal problems with creative solutions. So the legal problem was that this mother needed to do an E-2 extension, meaning she already started a restaurant here in the United States for the past 3-4 years. But now her visa is up and she needed to leave the country and get a new E-2 visa in order for her to come in the country. Now, if she doesn't leave, it's okay because her stamp, her I-94 can allow her to stay for an additional year. But now the critical thing is, her kid needed to leave the US to compete nationally. This will make her college career and it's so important to the family. But what's at risk is the entire family's status in the United States. Because once they leave the US, their visa already expired, they can no longer enter unless they go back to the embassy and apply for an extension. The problem is her case sucks. It's so weak. There is a high chance that the consulate will deny her E-2 visa extension. And to make matters worse, you don't have the luxury of time to even decide. 3 weeks is already a very short amount of time, but that's 3 weeks till the appointment, till when you have to have all your documents ready. You needed to make the decision here now because you need to book the appointment 3 weeks later so that she could leave now, go to the appointment, get the visa, and then come back. If you don't book the appointment now, or if you miss the appointment and you need to rebook, it might be months before the whole family can come back. The restaurant will have to shut down. It will only make matters worse. All we could do is explain. Here's the law. Here's how you can prepare your case as best as you can. And once she feels satisfied that these arguments is enough to persuade her, that's what we always do. We always ask the client, can you persuade us? If you can persuade us, you probably have a good chance. In this case, sorry, you don't persuade us. See if we can persuade you. And if she feels persuaded, then she is willing to pull the trigger because this is way too important. We decided it's worth trying. Within a week, we immediately went online, booked the appointment. Within 2 weeks, prepared the entire E-2 package. The biggest difficulty in her case was that she ran a restaurant before it had 9 employees and now it dropped less than 4 people. Before it had over 900,000 of sales, now it's like less than 200,000. This is beginning to look like a small mom and pop restaurant, which is not E-2 qualified. Normally, in preparing a good E-2 case, you can spend 3 months crafting this beautiful business plan. You can get different contracts here and there. We didn't have any of that. So because we didn't have the luxury to build how we want to build, we had to pull as much resource as we can. In the past 2-3 years, given COVID, given everything that happened, there were a lot of emails exchanged between her and employees and landlords and the government and getting different grants and different loans with banks, with the accountant, with all the different decisions she had to make. So we just went through the entire inbox, thousands of emails, printed out all the key ones and formulated into this executive EB1C type package showing she made all these executive decisions to keep the company alive. If it wasn't for her genius, if it wasn't for her capability, the restaurant would have shut down. In fact, a lot of restaurants shut down. In fact, her restaurant could have shut down at so many given moments, but she kept it alive. She kept on paying her employees. It dropped in size, but she continued to hire other people. Uber blew up and Uber Eats blew up and all these other restaurants and other vendors that she uses blew up and became much more wealthy. And it's because of her business, even partnering with other huge online celebrities to cook in her restaurant. So she did so many major decisions to keep the business afloat. Because she did that through the pandemic, she will be able to do that after the pandemic. She's able to survive. Now she's able to thrive.
I rest my case.
She went to the US consulate in Singapore. The entire interview was less than 20 minutes. She was sufficiently able to convince the officer, get the visa, and the entire family is able to go compete and come back. So very happy to share this E2 story with you. A lot of it depends on the applicant themselves. You need to be able to persuade the officer. So practice again and again. Every single word, your demeanor, how you present, your passion, your words, how you dress, all of these things matter a lot. It's not just a form, it's not just some financial statements, because numbers can mean different things depending on how you present it. Take care. If you have any questions about E2, feel free to reach out. Bye-bye.